I watched her taillights disappear into the storm. My hands were shaking. My mouth dry. There was a ringing in my ears that I didn't realize was my own heartbeat. I had never seen her cry like that. Not even when her mom died. She didn't say goodbye. Just slammed the door, and drove off into the night. I stood there, in the doorway of our apartment, rain beginning to soak through my shirt, clutching the phone that started it all. A message. A name. A line taken out of context. And a 4-year relationship unraveling in a matter of minutes. I didn't chase her. That's the part that eats at me the most. I didn't chase her. I thought she needed space. A few hours to cool off. I thought we'd talk when she got back. I didn't know. I didn't know that would be the last time I'd ever see her alive. The call came at 11:24 p.m. Unknown number. I almost didn't pick up. But I did. And the world shattered. Her car. A curve. Too fast in the rain. No seatbelt. Impact on the driver's side. Gone on arrival. I dropped the phone. My knees hit the floor. I think I screamed. Maybe I didn't. It felt like I was falling through the earth. She died, thinking I cheated on her. And I don't know how to live with that. I don't know if I want to. The first time I saw her, she was holding a bottle of orange soda in one hand, and lecturing a vending machine with the other. "You took my money," she said to the metal box, tapping it like a stubborn pet. "I trusted you." I was behind her in line. I laughed. Couldn't help it. She turned around, mock offended. "You laughing at my trauma?" I shrugged, grinning. "That soda betrayed you. I'm just a witness." That's how it started. Just like that. We got to talking. Found out we were both waiting for the same orientation event for a new project. Same team, same department. Different worlds. She was all color and chaos. Her desk was covered in sticky notes and silly figurines. I was more monotone. Clean lines. Folders sorted alphabetically. But somehow, it worked. Our friendship bloomed fast. Lunch breaks turned into coffee runs. Coffee runs turned into late-night walks after work. And then one night, in the parking lot, she looked at me like she already knew something I hadn't figured out yet. "Are you ever going to kiss me?" she asked, "or do I have to keep pretending we're just friends forever?" I kissed her. Right there. Under the flickering lights, next to the smell of hot pavement. And just like that. I was in. In love. In deep. In something I didn't know how to live without. The first year was magic. We moved in together after 6 months. People said it was too fast, but it never felt that way. Living with her was like stepping into spring after a long winter. She sang while brushing her teeth. Left notes in my lunch. She used post-its like they were currency, little drawings, reminders, jokes. I'd find them on the bathroom mirror, my laptop, even inside cereal boxes. We cooked together. Badly, at first. She nearly set the kitchen on fire making pancakes. I burned pasta, yes, boiled pasta. She said we were a disaster with good intentions. Weekends were sacred. Farmers markets. Random road trips. Binge-watching bad reality shows just to yell at the TV together. She made me better. Softer. I smiled more. Slept deeper. But even in golden years, shadows exist. The first fight came after a friend's wedding. I caught her looking at the bride during the vows. Not with envy. With fear. Later that night, she said, "Do you ever wonder if we're too good to last?" I laughed it off. Told her she was being dramatic. But I should have listened. There were little things. Her long silences. Her tendency to disappear into herself. I thought it was just her process. Her artist brain. She'd say, "I'm okay," with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. And I believed her. Because I wanted to. I didn't see the fault lines forming. Or maybe I did, and just closed my eyes. It started with late nights at work. 1 week turned into 3. Then months. I was handling a big project with a tight deadline. Meetings, reports, travel. I'd leave early, come home late. Some nights, not at all. She never complained. That was the worst part. She just shrank. I'd walk in and find her asleep on the couch. TV still on. Her sketchbook open on her lap, half-finished drawings scattered like wilted flowers. She stopped singing in the morning. The post-it stopped, too. We were like two people renting the same space, polite, familiar, but distant. And when we did talk, it was surface level. Grocery lists. Deadlines. Did you feed the cat? Then came the missed birthday dinner. I'd promised her I'd be home. I even left a meeting early. But traffic was brutal. My phone died. And when I got in, nearly midnight, she was sitting at the dining table alone. Candle burnt out. Her makeup smudged like she'd cried. She didn't yell. She just looked at me and said, "I made your favorite." I still don't know what hurt more, the disappointment in her voice, or the way she didn't even seem surprised. That night, I held her while she slept. Whispered apologies she didn't hear. Made promises I didn't know if I could keep. We were slipping. And I had no idea how far we were about to fall. Her name was Alyssa. New to the department. Fresh out of grad school. Bright, energetic, the kind of person who asked too many questions in meetings. I didn't think anything of her. She was assigned to assist me on the Henderson file. We worked late a few times. Grabbed coffee once or twice. That's it. She joked a lot. Sent memes. Most of them I didn't even open. But one night, after a long day, she texted something stupid. Something playful. Something that looked very different out of context. "Your girlfriend better appreciate you. Or I'll steal you myself." I didn't respond. I didn't flirt. I didn't do anything. But the message stayed on my phone. And one evening, while I was in the shower, she saw it. I came out to her sitting on the edge of the bed. Pale. Silent. Holding my phone like it burned her fingers. She didn't scream. She just looked up at me with this broken, tired expression. "Is this what you've been doing at work?" My heart stopped. I froze. "No," I said. "No, I didn't write that. I didn't flirt. I swear. It's just a joke. She sends stuff like that. It's not. You didn't delete it." I had no answer. She stood up. Walked past me. Grabbed her bag. I reached for her. "Please. Don't go." She pulled away. "I can't even look at you right now." And then, she was gone. The sky was already heavy when she left. Thick clouds. That weird electric tension in the air right before a storm. I stood by the door for 10 minutes after she walked out. Just staring. Just hoping I'd hear the jingle of her keys. Her footsteps turning back. But she didn't come back. I called her once. No answer. I left a voicemail. "Please. Let's talk. I swear it's not what it looks like. Please come home." It started raining 20 minutes later. Not a drizzle. A downpour. One of those hard, punishing rains that blurs headlights and floods gutters. I paced the living room. Checked my phone. Nothing. No texts. No call. An hour passed. Then another. At 11:24 p.m., the phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. And the voice on the other end changed everything. Are you the partner of Emily Carter? My heart stopped. Yes. I'm so sorry, sir. There's been an accident. My knees gave out. I didn't hear the rest. Just fragments. Car. Curve. Speed. Wet road. Tree. No seatbelt. Gone before they got her out. I hung up. Or maybe the line went dead. I don't remember. I just remember silence. A silence that screamed. The hours after the call are a blur. I don't remember standing up. Don't remember walking to the kitchen. But I remember dropping a glass. The shatter snapped me out of whatever trance I was in. I remember calling her phone. Knowing she wouldn't answer. Still hoping. I left voicemails. All of them a mess. Please. Please call me back. I didn't cheat. I swear to you. I love you. Come home. Come back. Just, come back. And then I just sat there. On the cold kitchen floor. Surrounded by glass. The next morning came like a punishment. The sun was bright. Too bright. I had to call her sister. Her father. I heard the grief in their voices, sharp and disbelieving. Her sister screamed. Her dad went quiet. Just, quiet. Then came the arrangements. The questions. The funeral. I don't remember much of it. I do remember the look on her sister's face when she saw me at the service. You were supposed to protect her. I didn't answer. Because what could I say? What could possibly fix that? I kept replaying it all. Over and over. That last moment. The message. Her walking away. My silence. And then came the memory. 3 weeks before she died, we were lying on the couch. Her head on my chest. Some movie playing we weren't watching. She said, if I died tomorrow, what would you remember most about me? I laughed. Why are you being morbid? She looked up at me, serious. Just answer. I smiled. Your notes. The stupid little drawings. How you hum off key while brushing your teeth. She didn't say anything for a while. Then whispered, okay. That's enough. I didn't know it then. But maybe she knew. It was a week after the funeral. I hadn't touched her stuff. Couldn't. Every drawer, every closet still looked like she might walk in at any moment and say, hey, have you seen my hoodie? But her sister called. Said they needed some of her documents, something for insurance, maybe. I don't even remember. So I opened her desk drawer. And there it was. A plain envelope. No name. Just my handwriting on the front, from years ago. I'd used it as scratch paper once, folded it up without thinking. Inside was a letter. My name at the top. And her voice, on the page. If you're reading this, then I guess things didn't go the way I hoped. My throat closed. I had to sit down. She wrote it during our rough patch. Dated a few months before the accident. She wrote about how she felt herself fading. Not just from me, but from the world. Some days, I don't feel real. I smile and go through the motions, but inside I'm just, floating. Watching everything happen without me. She said she didn't know how to talk to me about it. That she was scared I'd stop seeing her. That I'd look at her one day and not find the same magic. I know you love me. But what if one day, it's not enough? What if I'm not enough? She ended it with something that broke me. If I go, I want you to remember the good. Not the ending. Remember orange soda. The vending machine. The first kiss in the parking lot. That's the real us. The rest was just noise. I sat there, holding that letter, shaking. She didn't think I cheated. She was scared. Lost. Hurting. And maybe she ran that night because she thought she wasn't enough. Not because of a message. Not because of me. But because she didn't know how to believe she was loved. And now I would never get to prove it. 3 days after I found the letter, I was going through her phone. I don't know why. Maybe I was chasing her voice. Looking for pieces of her in pixels and apps. It felt wrong, like I was trespassing. But I opened her voicemail. And there it was. A message she left, the night she died. Timestamped 10:42 p.m. Right before the crash. My hands trembled as I hit play. Hey. I don't even know why I'm calling. I guess I just couldn't leave it like that. Her voice was shaky. Soft. Like she'd been crying. I'm sorry, I yelled. I didn't know how to say what I needed. It wasn't about the message. Or the girl. It was about us. About how far we drifted. And I'm scared I let it happen. There was a long pause. A shaky breath. I love you. God, I love you so much. Even when it hurts. Even when I'm not sure how to be next to you without feeling like a ghost. I just wanted you to know that. In case I don't come back tonight. Silence. Then the softest whisper. Please don't hate me. The message ended. I listened to it on repeat for hours. Each time, I caught something new, the strain in her voice, the way she hesitated before the word love, like she was afraid to say it too late. She hadn't blamed me. She'd loved me until the very end. And now all I could do was carry that love in the quiet spaces where her laughter used to live. I didn't plan to go into the closet. It just happened. I was changing the sheets. Her pillow still had that faint lavender scent, the one she used to put behind her ears. I pulled the blanket too hard and knocked her hoodie off the bed. When I bent to pick it up, I saw the edge of something beneath the shelf. A box. Plain. Cardboard. Taped twice across the top. Tucked so far back it had to be on purpose. I sat with it in my lap for what felt like hours. Something about opening it felt sacred. Like I was unsealing a piece of her soul. Inside were notebooks. Sketchbooks. Photos. But not the usual kind. These weren't the funny, messy sketches she left around the house. These were raw. Dark. Honest. Pages filled with swirling lines. Storm clouds. Torn hearts stitched with thread. Self-portraits where her face was cracked like porcelain. I flipped through one, and stopped cold. A drawing of me. Eyes closed. My mouth stitched shut. A storm cloud above my head, raining down on her. The next page was blank, except for a single line. I don't think he sees me anymore. My throat tightened. I turned another page. Another sketch. This time, of our apartment. But everything was faded. Except for a bright orange soda bottle in the center. A memory. She was trying to remember the good. Trying to hold on to it, even when it was slipping through her fingers. At the bottom of the box was a photo. Us. Laughing. Covered in flour from that disastrous pancake morning. On the back, in her handwriting. We were chaos. But we were beautiful. I closed the box. Held it to my chest. And for the first time since the funeral, I cried. Not because of guilt. But because of everything I didn't say. Everything I never saw. Everything I never asked. I waited until sunset. Her grave was simple. No fancy stone. Just her name. 2 dates. And 1 line underneath. She was the storm and the calm. I don't know who picked that. Maybe her sister. Maybe her dad. But it was perfect. I brought flowers. Orange ones. The closest I could find to the soda bottle that started it all. And I sat. I didn't speak at first. Just watched the light fall over the headstone. The shadows stretch across the grass like they were trying to hold her too. Then, finally, I whispered. I should have chased you. My voice cracked. My throat felt raw. I should have listened more. Held you tighter. Told you every day how much you meant. The wind picked up. Carried the scent of rain. Fitting. You weren't invisible. Not to me. I just got distracted. Got tired. Forgot that even magic needs to be fed. I looked down at the flowers. My hands clenched. I'm sorry. Not for the message. Not for what you thought. But for letting the silence grow. For not reaching in when I saw you fading. I placed a small sketch, one I found in her box, beside the stone. The one of us laughing. This is how I'll remember you. The sky darkened. The first drops fell. Gentle. Like a blessing. I love you, I whispered. Always. Even now. Even here. And I stayed until the rain soaked through everything. Because leaving felt like losing her all over again. It's been 9 months. The apartment's quieter now. I took down the sticky notes. Not because I wanted to, but because the edges were curling and the ink had started to fade. I saved them all. Every single one. I framed the vending machine drawing. Hung it above my desk. The hoodie she always wore, the one that swallowed her whole, it's still hanging by the door. I can't bring myself to move it. People say grief gets easier. It doesn't. You just get better at carrying it. I go for walks now. Same route we used to take. I talk to her sometimes, out loud, like a crazy person. Tell her about my day. A new recipe I tried. The way the cat still meows at the door around sunset, like she's waiting. But I'm different now. I don't rush through things anymore. I ask people how they're really doing. I look at the sky more. I write letters I'll never send. I've learned something. Love doesn't end when a heart stops beating. It lingers. In the drawings, the smells, the echoes of laughter in an empty hallway. And regret, it's not a punishment. It's a reminder. To love louder. To speak sooner. To notice, even when someone says they're fine. Because the truth is, we were beautiful. Flawed. Messy. Unfinished. But real. And I carry that with me, every step forward. Not to forget her. But to honor her. Always.